All right, let's see here. I think we have a video, but I wanted to bring this up because just Jason Smith on Instagram says, I know Matt has spoken about his OCD issues briefly on another podcast. Would you mind going more in depth on those and any other mental health problems he deals with and how he treats them? Might help people relate with their struggles. I think we have done that.
Well, according to our super fan Leo, whatever his name is, Leo Raw, I don't have obsessive compulsive disorder because he determined that from a video where apparently my therapist said that I do not have obsessive compulsive disorder, but yet my therapist is telling me all the time. So I don't have very I don't have outwardly ritualistic things like a normal like a obsessive you normally view as a obsessive compulsive disorder where you go and lock a door 57 times. My biggest issue is overthought and over worry about generally things medically related and irrational fears of that kind of stuff as well as just obsessive. I think most people do this, but overactive thought only. At some point, for some people, there's anxiety that's induced or introduced, and once that seal is broken, it seems that it's really hard to put it back in the bottle. And so I'll have panic disorders that manifest in fight or flight, which means I leave the universe. I fall out. And so part of my biggest fear is that I'm driving down the road and I pass out while driving, and that becomes really, really, paralyzing for me. And so I've only tried 2 medications. One was Prozac, and then another one the second time after I got off of that for a while, and then I had to go back on something. We did some genetic testing, determined that I'm deficient in folic acid, so I take methylfolate. We tried that, which can also add to anxiousness. And then I started taking fluvoxamine, which is a antidepressant, which I don't have depression. And in fact, I'm wound too tightly, so I don't have depressive tendencies. I have overactive tendencies, and so I panic, freak out. That rush. Hopefully, you don't know that. And so what's helped me a lot is talk therapy, and then something called accelerated resolution therapy. None of this stuff is like a quick fix, but it seems to be helping. I'm not on any medication at the moment, other than I keep taking the methylfolate, and so that's my issue. And so, like, my knee is hurt, and I'm actively thinking about the worst case scenario, which is that I won't be able to walk again. And it's weird. It's like I just create these elaborate 40-year scenarios in my head all day long about everything. It's part of what makes me exceptional in certain things, but also what holds me back in life. And so it's a blessing and a curse. It's the sole reason why Obsessed Garage exists and why I pursue and hyperactively think about things like this yarn building. I cannot shut it down. Or at least I haven't learned how to shut something like that down where it just consumes me. So there's a contribution to be made there to the world because of my tendencies, but there's also a curse that comes with that. And I work on multiple times a week with therapists and business coaches, and having people around me help me navigate that. So right now, the biggest crutch is I don't want to go to a general practitioner, which I have to just to get checked out. I didn't want to go to the dentist, which I finally did. I feel great when I get it done, but I'm deathly afraid of the unknown or the possibility. And then that manifests in driving down the road, which is my great love, and I'm stuck. So that's my curse.